I promise this is all in good faith. But as far as me being petty and signifying, well, I just can't help that. That's
a part of my DNA. That's who I am.
That's why today we're talking about, are there any benefits to dating a single parent?
What would have been your last words, Drew?
Run, bitch! Run!
And we also going to talk about why some people say you should or shouldn't date a single parent. And when I say single parent, I'm specifically talking about women.
Me and you got to step out back.
Hey, it was just a misunderstanding.
No, it ain't. It ain't no misunderstanding.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm talking about men too. Right now, in 2023, there's an all-out war going on between the male species and the female species, unfortunately. With the astonishing rise in social media, the male species and the female species are more outspoken than ever. I would say for the past maybe 30, 40 years, for the most part, women have had a platform to express how they feel about men. Right now, men are pretty much catching up to that. This is all new to men, which is why a lot of them don't know how to act when they do get a chance to speak. And for the most part, male and female don't agree on anything. But one of the things they can agree on, to a certain degree, are single parents. Are there any benefits to dating a single parent, male and female? There's a lot of women that's saying don't date a single parent. But more than anything, there are men telling other men don't date single parents. There's no benefit to it. And for females, they don't really care too much about dating a man who have kids, because naturally women are nurturing individuals. Women are pretty much the backbone or foundation. Especially when it comes towards the youth. And what does that mean? That means that if a woman is out of order and out of control, that means the household is out of order, out of control. The child is out of order, out of control. Whatever community or culture she belongs to is also out of control. Now, I can go into great detail on which community of people or women that's out of control and out of order and at the bottom in almost every statistical category. But that's not why we're here.
You scared? Yeah, you scared, ain't you, bitch nigga? I can smell the bitch in you.
See, when it comes to dating a single parent, there are a lot of things that go into play. Who did he or she have kids by?
Sound like a bitter baby mama, but to sound like a bitter baby.
See, one thing you don't gotta worry about me is dating somebody baby daddy. No, thank you. I want no parts. I don't want the smoke. I don't want no drama. Instantly, when I see a baby daddy, he's contaminated to me.
And one of the first questions is, why are you out here having kids by someone that's not your husband or not your wife? And if you are out here having kids by random people or some guy or some girl, you have to ask. See, because when you are dealing with somebody and having kids by them that's not your husband or wife, at some point it's gonna go left, which it pretty much usually does. Now someone has to pay child support. Now there's a custody battle, which usually the man is paying child support and the woman gets the child. Now the woman is stuck with the child, and now the man is out here running the streets, having sex with all these different random women. Now the woman is hating because what she pretty much stuck with the child.
Certain realities that women who are dating who have a child and there's not a man that is present, okay, whether that means a single mother or a divorced mother, I just learned that there's a difference between the two. There are harsh realities. Number one, it is limited options, okay? A lot of men don't prefer to date women with children. It's just, or with even with a child. It's just the reality of it. So we have to be mindful of the fact that our options are limited.
She's stuck with the child, and that causes more chaos and more division. Now, to be fair, are people out here that have healthy relationships with someone that they had kids with, where they're able to come together like adults and raise this child and not being in a relationship. But that's very rare. Almost as rare as people just out here having random sex with using no protection, to the point where when I go in the store and buy condoms, people looking at me like I'm crazy, to the point where the lady at the register asked me, I didn't know people still use those. Now, to back what I was saying, when dealing with a single parent, there's a lot of things that go into play.
No kids. Her
non-negotiable.
Her first has to be my first. That's non-negotiable.
I like that.
Damn, but what if you? Well, let me ask you a question. So let's say you go out with someone and she doesn't disclose it, right? You mean
it'll be disclosed before I even go out with you. I'm gonna be on that IG like looking. If it says raising a king in the bio, nope.
Do you have a healthy relationship with the child's mother or father? If you do have a healthy relationship, that's good. If you don't have a healthy relationship, then a lot of things, that's a red flag.
Flag on the play. Penalty. 5 yards back.
If you have a baby by somebody, y'all don't got no healthy relationship. So what you doing? Just out here having kids by random people? What, they ran out of condoms or something at the store when you got there? Why do you have 2 to 5 kids by 2 to 5 different baby mamas or baby fathers? Those things matter.
Flag on the play. Penalty. 5 yards back.
I'm going through a huge dilemma because, okay, hear me out. He's a 10, but he has a kid. I'm sorry, I just don't feel like I can do that. like that kid, kids, first of all. But like that kid is a reminder that he has been before you.
When you're dealing with a single parent, can this individual discipline your kids? And if they can't discipline your kids, why are you even involved with somebody that you don't trust enough to discipline your child?
In the past, where kids have been just so disrespectful, and I don't want to be in a situation where a kid is not doing the things I ask them to do at the household, and they always want to, they're quick to say, hey, you're not my mom, hey, you're not my dad.
Is your child well behaved and well mannered? Is your child disrespectful toward other people and other adults? Is your child ugly? Yeah, I said ugly. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, listen, you already asking for a lot. You already asking for somebody to come in and play a step parent, and on top of it, your child is very disrespectful and ugly.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Listen, you have to pick a struggle. You can't be a single parent with a disrespectful child and ugly. Well, I mean, don't look at me like I'm the bad guy. What, y'all gonna act like y'all never seen an ugly child before? But it's okay. Sometimes you can be like me. You can grow out of the ugliness. You know, you just gotta make, certain changes in your life, and you'll be pretty much good to go.
Crazy baby daddy still ongoing, for 7 years, and my daughter's 7. So since she was a baby, and so I would love to have a good man who is, really understands what it is to be a real man.
You say dating is probably, as a single mom, probably the most difficult activity in your life.
Yeah, absolutely, because you're balancing the issue of your children. I mean, because now you have it's a whole different game. This isn't just about going out and being carefree. You're not carefree. You've got to balance the issues of your child, of being a mother, of balancing a divorce, and usually the hurts that came after the divorce. So it's a whole different landscape. You're bringing a heck of a lot more luggage into this.
Well, I want to make sure I get this. So you see, you're not just bringing your luggage. You're bringing your kids' luggage with you.
Yeah, and your kids.
Some people just want you so bad, they'll say screw it. They'll accept you and your child. But trust me, deep down inside, especially men, they're actually wishing to themselves that, God, I wish she didn't have a child. Things would be so much more better if it was just her. Because a lot of cases, they just want you. They don't want the child that comes along with it. Deep down, they are thinking, oh, God, why can't she go send this child to be with the other parent? It's kind of taking up too much out of space and too much time.
Flag on the play. Penalty. 5 yards back.
That it never benefited me. They still selfish with their money. They gonna save theirs and spend yours. Single mothers are selfish. Everything that they doing is for their kid. A lot of these guys, they think, oh, she loves me. No, she just see the stepdaddy in you. Single moms got strategy because their strategy is for their kids. You know what I'm saying? They really want you to pay for them so they can spend their own money. They want you to fall in love with their kids. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know a lot of guys that got attached to these women's kids. Still didn't benefit. But then,
see, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, a lot of women was very appreciative of a man stepping up and taking over the role of a stepfather. They really appreciated it. But now these women that has a child, they looking at you like they doing you a favor by dealing with them. No, man.
Since people want to try me today, first and foremost, your ex has access to you, and I'm not built for that. Okay, I'm too jealous. Like, in my mind, she probably sending you nudes, and you won't tell me about it because that's between y'all. That's y'all business. I don't want to be someone's step parent. I don't. Because at the end of the day, if I get attached to this child, I think it's mine.
With them, no, ma'am. You have the child. You are a package deal. That's a red flag, so you should be very appreciative that any man will want to step up and take over the role of somebody else's. Because no matter what you say as far as, oh, my child has a father, this and that, doesn't matter. Because anytime you, that man, and that child is out, both of y'all are under his protection. This man is pretty much putting his life on the line for you and a child that's not his. So you should be very appreciative, and you should probably want to humble yourself.
You're not my dad!
Because guess what? Certain male species, when they meet a female, if that female has children, they usually kill off the child that's not theirs and start a new family. But I mean, obviously I don't prefer anybody doing anything as cruel and bad as that. We're human beings. We're not savages. We have a little bit more class than that. But based on the way people out here just having kids recklessly, the human race probably should be questioned. Like always, this is not something that I'm making up. And I'm not here to go back and forth with you about who's right and who's wrong. But what I am here to do is to tell you that this is the world that you live in. Peace.